Hi, I'm Elb Smith, and let me just tell you, I don't know either, okay? I made a purchase. It was kind of an impulse buy, but I want to, get some wear out of it before it breaks. I wish I could say the same thing about my face, but life is cruel. I know it's difficult to take me seriously wearing little cat ears, but please try to get in your serious brain for a second, because millennials. A lot of people don't actually know what millennials are. They sort of define it as, 90s kids. The general consensus seems to be 1982 to 2000. So the baby boomers, which are the people that normally hate on millennials, are people that were born shortly after World War II. There's a boom in population of babies. Baby boom. That's what makes them baby boomers. Wow. Education. So an entire generation can be anywhere from 17 to 35. I feel like millennial is sort of just a made-up term for young people. Every generation is terrible. Millennials are no exception. But we're also not the absolute destroyers of the entire world we're made out to be. Especially by all these articles from Wall Street Journal and Washington Post, and literally every piece of press isn't run by millennials. Oh, Sears is going out of business because of millennials. Sears didn't go out of business because they're not keeping up with the times, or they're not it's not because they're not changing their marketing style. It's not because the items they have are high price when you can find the same item for a lower price at H&M. None of that. It's because of millennials. Millennials are the reason. You're just the ultimate scapegoat. Your life and your living conditions, the taxes you're paying, the luxuries you can afford, is all on us, because we become the adults that run the nation, that run the entire world. Have fun. There are problems with every generation, every age group. Some generations started wars. Some generations protested wars. Some generations were very bad to women and people of color, and we're still bad to women and people of color. But millennials are, probably statistically and just watching them, you can tell that millennials are the most accepting generation. We are the least sexist, the least racist, the least homophobic, probably the most open-minded religiously and otherwise, and I think that's a beautiful thing. We are learning to accept each other. We're going through a weird time right now, but I think very slowly we're going through a revolution. Sex ed is becoming a lot more actually educational, and we're talking about things that we never used to talk about, like sexual assault. Sexual assault has always been a problem, but only now are we actually talking about it, actually acknowledging the statistics and what happens, and acknowledging the victims, listening to their stories. Don't look at men as victims or potential victims when they are victims. And even the fact that I can acknowledge that and other people are acknowledging that is a huge step forward. And I think it can make us a lot safer. The fact that my generation is making such huge steps to make the world more accepting and prettier and safer in general is a beautiful thing. The participant ribbons. I get why you don't want us to have them. Speaking as someone who got participant ribbons, it would destroy my confidence, even though it's supposed to do the opposite. Is it completely our fault? I'm pretty sure as a kid I didn't create participant ribbons and decide that people should get them. I didn't hand them out. I'm pretty sure those were adults. You know, the ones that raised us, the baby boomer generation that gave birth to us, or even Generation Y that gave birth to us, and they gave us everything. That's why we are the way we are, because you gave us everything and told us how special and unique and beautiful we all were, when none of us are special. Very few of us are unique, and you can't, in fact, do anything you want and anything you put your mind to. This is the harsh reality. And we were promised things. The generation before us, they worked a summer job to put themselves through college. They went to college and they were guaranteed a job as soon as they got out of college. Even if you didn't go to college, you could still get a job. And then you work that job and you have enough money to not only get married and have a nice wedding, but own a home. Not rent, but own a home. You get to buy it and own it. And not just a home, a whole house. A whole house. You got to go on like 2 vacations a year to like an amusement park or like a summer home that you like also owned, or at least like had a timeshare of. And as millennials, we grew up like this. This is how we grew up. We grew up like that. Nobody's parents had crushing student loans. I thought that I was gonna grow up. I was gonna put myself through college with my part-time summer job, and I was gonna get married and have kids and own a house and stay home with those kids. I didn't imagine that I was gonna have to rely on the government to go to college, maybe not even get a job to pay off my crushing student loans, and then have to rent an apartment because I can't afford a house and I can't afford to own anything ever because of student loans and inflation and like just generally not being paid enough because the job market is too competitive. I might not even have a job and I'll have to go on welfare, which can't actually support me at all because there aren't enough jobs for everyone. Get married? Maybe, but marriage is really expensive. I'd rather just sign a piece of paper at City Hall, if you know what I mean. Kids are way too expensive. Stay home with the kids? I'll be poor. I'll be dirt poor. No, I work, and my husband that I might not get divorced from, considering the statistics, no, he's gonna work too. We're both gonna work to support our kids. Actually, we're probably just gonna have one kid because the world is insanely overpopulated from that whole baby boom we had, and our accelerated healthcare that we have now. Millennials were promised so much, and then we got thrust into this harsh reality where we don't get any of that. None of it. Absolutely none of it. Like that new territory in Canada. But it's all our fault, right? Maybe you, the previous generation, as grown-ass adults, should take some damn responsibility because you raised us. And it's kind of your fault that we're like this. You can't place all the blame on us. You also can't blame us for everything wrong in the world. If I have kids, or any kid, I'm gonna throw out their participant ribbons. And I think we should get rid of participant ribbons. We should get rid of the whole it's okay to lose thing. Soccer without a ball is stupid. We shouldn't just get a trophy for waking up and breathing. You need to figure out how parental lock works on your computer, and you need to limit kids' internet time and electronic time. If I have a kid and they get a participant ribbon or anything lower than 4th place, if they get 5th place or lower, I'm going to throw out that ribbon. Now, I'm not just going to callously rip it from their hands and toss it in the trash, like violently, and then say, go to your room. No, I'm going to softly explain to them why this participant ribbon, while I'm glad you participated and I'm glad you tried your best, this isn't quite something to be proud of. Now, I'm still proud of you, of course. Mommy still loves you, and Mommy is very proud of you. And just because you didn't win doesn't mean you're lesser, but I'm not proud of you just for participating. I'm still proud of you. Mommy still loves you. And when you do get 1st, 2nd, or 3rd place, I'm going to put it on the fridge, I'm going to put it on the wall, congratulate you, buy you pizza, and whatever. But this time you didn't win. Or you got 5th place. And 5th place is, a lot of people can get 5th place. The reason I want to throw this away is because when you grow up to be, a grown-up, an adult, you don't get participant ribbons. If you did, Mommy would have a whole dresser full of participant ribbons. But that's not that's not how the world works. And I just want to show you how the world works and prepare you for how the world works. You get to have at it and try your best again. And just be happy that you tried your best. I'm proud of you for trying your best, but I'm not going to be proud of you for getting a participant ribbon. And then I'm going to take that ribbon, medal, if we start giving it medals and trophies and whatnot, I'm going to hand it to them to softly place it in the trash. I'm going to say, I'm going to make sure they understand why we're throwing it away. I'm going to be nice to them. I'm going to tell them that Mommy's still proud of them, Mommy still loves them, and all that. But I need to explain why it's being thrown away. And why you don't get an award for just being there. Or being in 5th place. And if they understand, they're going to throw it away themselves. And if I am a good parent, and if other people are good parents, and we raise the next generation right, they will throw away their participant ribbons. If your garden or your plant isn't doing well, do you blame the plant or the garden, or do you blame the person taking care of it? If the rest of your yard or garden doesn't look good, do you blame that plant or the garden? That's a decision that you have to make. But those are my thoughts on Millennials. Anyways, I'm Elp Smith. You can click the links in the description for my Twitter and my YouNow. You got twitter.com/ElpSmith, younow.com/ElpSmith. I live stream every Wednesday. So you can like, comment, share, and subscribe, and all that fun stuff, or not. I'm not your mama. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Yes, the 50s weren't all that. We still have milkshakes and racism.